I just got finished doing a film review of O'Malley versus Marab 1. And I made the video. The video is titled, it's going to be titled, it's coming out Sunday. Be on the lookout for that. It's probably the favorite video that I've dropped on this channel. I love doing the film breakdowns. I love seeing how this guy can come back and win this fight. I love this. But look, the UFC is out of touch. And as UFC fans, our standards have, not a lot of us are pushing back, but dude, this is getting bad. And they're playing with this in our face. And a part of me wants to believe this is because we're at the end of the ESPN deal. We're looking for a new deal. It is what it is. But man, the UFC has fallen for grace. And this isn't a horrible card because of the new standards that we have. This isn't a horrible card. We have O'Malley versus Sean. It's going to be a fun fight on Fight Night. Sean O'Malley's an entertaining fighter, okay? And because he has the chance to have a highlight reel performance, people are gonna be interested on by the time the fight comes around. Let's just be honest. But it's not the fight that we want to see. The UFC does a great job. Will do a great job of not a great job, do a bad job. But they'll put fights that we don't want to see, even though they may be entertaining. It's just not what we want to see. It's just not the matchups that we want. And they'll put it on a main event and then try to make the card underneath it okay. You know, to where it's like, ugh. But it's $80 at the end of the day. Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. It's probably the best women's fight you can get today. Because outside of the cage, because of, the beef. But it's not the highest level fight. Like, it's not Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. It's not Natalia Silva versus Valentina Shevchenko. You get what I'm saying? It's not Amanda Nunes making her return. When Amanda Nunes makes her return, she's probably going to main event. Let's just be honest. And it's just no disrespect to the women, but it's just not what we need. This fight should probably be on a card where we have 3 championship fights. I'm being serious, and I'm not even trying to be, disrespectful, because this is a fight that I'm interested in, because I think Pena being counted out is a bit tricky. Don't do that. It's a bit tricky because she is tried and true. But is it really going to be that high level of a fight? Juliana Pena is not that great of a fighter. Kayla Harris is not that great of a fighter, but they're tough. Very, very tough. Championship mentality fighters, and they're going to scrap. Here's what it is. Kevin Gastelum is 2025. Kevin Gastelum is just a name at this point. It's 2025. This isn't 2020. This isn't 2018 when he's putting on the great performance with Izzy. And then Joe Pyfer. Okay, but $80? This is my feature fight. $80. Guys, this fight was on a fight night. This fight was on a fight night for free. And it fell out. And then they put it on a fucking pay-per-view. In the feature fight on the $80 card. Here we go. Mario Batista just had a stinkfest against Jose Aldo. We know Mario Batista is a good fighter. We know he's a ranked bantamweight fighter. But he just had a bad performance. And the fans are kind of against him right now. Let him build his way back up. Let him get the fans back on his side. Don't make us have to pay $80 to watch him when we're already going into this fight. Oh, this fucking guy. This is a guy who should be on a fight night. In a main event or a prelim. I mean, I still wouldn't be great for him to main event on a fight night, but you're making us pay $80 for Mario Batista. He should probably be on a prelim of a pay-per-view. He should probably be on a fight night feature fight, if you get what I'm saying. Patchy Mix, you have to be a hardcore to know who Patchy Mix is. Patchy Mix is a good fighter. Great fighter coming out of Bellator. Hard stylistic matchup for Mario Batista. But a lot of the people, especially the people who are going to be paying for an O'Malley card, they have no idea who the fuck this guy is. At all. So you take the guy who just had a bad performance, who the fans are really, really against right now, and you put him against a guy that nobody knows who the fuck he is. I know who Patchy Mix is. A lot of us know who Patchy Mix is, but the people who are paying, the Sean O'Malley fans don't know who that is. You have to cater to those people as well. When I say you have to cater to those people as well, look at what we got in 2023. Another fight that we didn't want to see. O'Malley versus Vera 2, we did not want to see that. Because Vera didn't deserve a title shot. He was on a 1-1. He lost. He was 1-1 in his last 2. Okay, and he had beat Pedro Munoz to get the O'Malley title shot. Okay, cool. But look what they did for his undercard. Dustin Poirier. Benoit Saint-Denis, a guy on the upcoming who, people are like, dude. People thought that Benoit Saint-Denis was going to run through Dustin Poirier. I obviously didn't pay the cost to beat the ball. But look, people thought that Benoit Saint-Denis was going to run through Dustin Poirier. That was intriguing. Dustin Poirier is Dustin fucking Poirier. Intriguing. And a fucking co-main? Sign me up. MVP making his, a guy, I guess you could say people didn't know who he was, but he wasn't Patchy Mix. MVP has highlight reels. Fucking highlight reels. Kevin Howland, a guy you know who's going to scrap. Great matchup. JDM, up-and-comer, a guy who everybody's trying to get behind, a guy who everybody loves. Know he's going to bring it. He's going to try to finish the fight at all time against a veteran in Gilbert Burns, who wasn't completely falling off at that point. He was, but he was still looked at as a certain level, mid-level welterweight. If you can beat him, you can compete in the top echelons of the division. That's the way Gilbert Burns was looked at in 2023. And then, or was this 2024? Might have been 2024. 2023, 2024. 2024, probably. Damn. Anyways, but look at who opened in the fight. Piotr Yan versus Song Yadong. Piotr Yan. Piotr Yan was the opening fight. And then that's what you're paying $80 for. But they're already getting you right. Because on the prelims for free, you're getting Curtis Blades, Jordan Almeida. Meaningful heavyweight fight. Macy. You're getting Mateus Gamrot. Number 6 lightweight in the world against RDA. A vet. A guy who Mateus Gamrot, a lot of people still think he's overrated. He was overrated back then. But you knew there was going to be a good fight. And it's free at the end of the day. 2 ranked lightweights for free. Sign me up. Kyler Phillips, Pedro Munoz. Crafty vet Pedro Munoz. But look, even on the early prelims, Juan Cutelaba, a guy you know who's going to scrap, who's going to come to finish at all times. Went to decision, but you knew he was going to come for it. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, a guy you know who's going to scrap. He's going to bite down the mouthpiece. He's going to give you an entertaining fight against Michel Pieta, a guy who had just moved to 185, was looking like a fucking world beater. A guy who looked like he was going to be fighting for a title one day. First round finish. Robelis to Spain. Making head waves, I guess. You didn't play out that great. It is what it is. Asuo Mabaya, flyweight, unranked at the time. Now against Sergey Vergara, the second fight of the early prelims. You have to understand what I'm saying. Like, this card was insane. It was on UFC 300 levels. And it almost made you not even pissed off that you're watching Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera in the main event because of the bangers that you had before that. And by the time Sean O'Malley's fight came around, it's like, bro, it's Sean O'Malley. It's going to give us a fun fight. In which he did. Performance of the night. Beat the shit out of Cheeto. Like, we have to raise our standards. Like, this is an $80 fight night. It's an $80 fight night. And we have Usman versus Buckley coming up. Usman versus Buckley, a main event that a lot of people may care more about. Buckley. Usman. You have Doug Rose fighting on the co-main. And I'm not saying this is on the same level, but it's free. It's a fight night. And it's damn the same value when you say, would you rather pay $80 for this, or would you rather watch this for free? I'll continue. UFC Baku. Would you rather pay $80 for this? $80. No streamies. None of that shit exists. $80 for this or this. Jamal Hill, Khalil Round, you know it's going to be a fucking banger. Ignacio Bahamondes versus Rafael Vaziv. You know it's going to be a fucking banger. You got Muhammad Naimov versus Badin Grass. It's going to be a fucking scrap. Nazim Sadikov. Banger. Tajir Olimbekov. Flyweight. Habib Aura. Making his way up the rankings, looking really good, looking like he's going to fight for a title one day. He's fucking huge for the division. He's a fucking bantamweight, but it is what it is. Curtis Blades fighting on the undercard. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, would you rather watch this for free or pay $80 for this? And I really hope it's because we're at the end of the ESPN deal, but we have to raise our standards as UFC fans. And then some of the fight nights are fucking Contender Series-esque. I'm not going to go that far and disrespect them, but you got to be a real hardcore to know what the fuck's going on. You got to be a hardcore to know Billy Ray Goff and Ramiz Brahimaj. You got to be a fucking hardcore to know Ludovic Klein's really good and can beat Mateus Gamrot. Because this main event it's just not a main event. It's just not a main event. You got to be a hardcore to know that Bruno Lopez could probably bring the fight to just Dustin Jacoby. You have to be a hardcore to know who the fuck Dustin Jacoby is. And then some hardcores don't even know who the fuck Kelly Vieira is. How the fuck are you number 3 ranked? Like, come on, man. This is... I'm going to be watching. But then, look, there's another one. Dude, in a big 2025, Derek Lewis versus Taliesin Teixeira. And his second fight in the UFC is a main event in a fucking arena. Nashville. This is an Apex. This is Nashville. You got Chidi Njokuani versus Jake Matthews. Njokuani just had a fucking great performance against Zaleski Dos Santos. That don't mean give him a co-main. Calvin Kattar, Steve Garcia is going to be a fun fight, but you have to be a hardcore to know Steve Garcia is a fucking gangster. You have to know that. You have to know that. Junior Tafa Tuco Tokos, that's the lowest level of MMA I've ever fucking seen. And I'm actually going to be picking Tuco Tacos. Hey, this is going to be a good fight, though. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a showcase. It's going to be a showcase because this guy, oh my God. The way it was Jose Medina. Jose Medina fucking sucks. But one thing about Jose Medina, you couldn't say he didn't have heart. You couldn't say Jose Medina wasn't tough as fuck. I thought he was un-KOable. This guy ran through him. And Robert Valentin, all he can do is strike. So it is going to be pretty entertaining. But you have to be a hardcore to know that. I'm thinking from the lens of a casual. I'm thinking from a lens of people you want to start watching your fights and become hardcores, but you want the casuals because hardcores are going to tune in no matter what. But you want to bring in the casuals. You want to grow the fucking sport. I'm not even going to get into promo. But come on, man. Austin Lane still in the fucking UFC. Vitor Petrino's going up to heavyweight. What the fuck? Blake! Vitor Petrino going up to heavyweight. They giving him Austin Lane. That's a KO. Damn. That's a good move. I like that move, Vitor Petrino. I do. Max Griffin versus Curtis. Why did I thought that was Curtis Blades? Chris Curtis. Okay. I'm fucking with that. But, come on, man. We used to get banger fight nights. This isn't main event. And I go back to the age-old question. Would you rather pay? This was $80. I would love to pay $80 for that. But would you rather pay $80? Come on, man. Get your shit together, man. Fuck! Would you rather pay $80 for this? Or watch this for free? Or watch this for free? I just had to rant on this beautiful Friday. Like, comment, subscribe. We will be live tomorrow for the fights. You ain't got to go home. Just got to get up out of here, man. Yeet.